Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how to do this super simple eyeshadow look. I used about 3 different colors and just a handful of brushes. Starting out, I'm just going to pack on concealer for an eyeshadow base. You can use an eyeshadow primer, foundation, whatever works best for you. I use the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and I just blend it out. I'm using my Jaclyn Morphe palette, starting off with a small fluffy brush and using this light brown as my transition shade. You'll see me just kind of pack it on and start blending it out. I like to use small circular motions and like this little windshield wiper motion to blend things out. Next, you'll see me take a larger fluffy brush, and what I'm doing here is just making sure that I don't have any harsh edges or harsh lines. So we're using that same circular motion to blend everything out and kind of up into my brow bone. I'll also take this same brush and kind of dip it into that transition shade just to add a little bit more color to it. I didn't really like how light it was. And doing the same thing on the other eye. Next, I'll go in with a small bullet brush with a little bit of a darker, this will be my middle shade. And then I'm packing it in the corner and then above the crease again. Right here, I'm just kind of outlining where I want the color to be. Here I'm going in with the larger fluffy brush again, blending everything together. Now this video is edited and it is sped up a little bit, so what you won't see is me really taking my time to make sure everything's really blended together. So I definitely recommend that. Don't rush yourself. Take your time. Just kind of checking it out, seeing if everything looks okay. You could always go back and add color or blend in a different spot or whatever you need to do to make sure it looks good. So the last part will be going in with that dark brown shade. I'm using the small fluffy brush to just kind of pack it in that corner, and then I'll kind of bring it into the crease a little bit, and then you'll just see me kind of work and blend it out for a little while. The darkest shade is typically, the hardest color to work with, so take your time. Don't pack a whole lot on at once. It's better to do just like a little bit at a time and add more as you need. And then once again, you'll see me go in with that larger fluffy brush, clean everything up, blend any harsh lines or edges. And I use that tapping motion a lot here. That's what worked best for me. So now I'm just going in to cut my crease. I use a flat brush with the same concealer that I use for my base. I just tap that on towards the bottom of my eyelid, and then I look up to create the outline for my cut crease. I have hooded eyes, so this technique really works best for me. I go just above where my natural crease is so that you can actually see that cut crease when my eyes are open. And here I'm just kind of extending that out a little bit. Next, you'll see me use my middle finger to blend out where we put the darkest color and where we just laid down that concealer where everything meets. You can tell that works pretty well to blend those two together. And then you'll see me just do the same thing on my other eye. You'll see me kind of stretch my eye out a lot in this video because I do have smaller eyes, and like I said before, I have hooded eyes. So this just helps me create an easier canvas for me to work with, makes my lines a little bit smoother and just makes it all around easier to work with. Going back in with the fluffy brush, we're going to use the same color we use for the transition shade, and I'm just packing that all over where I laid that concealer down. This helps set the concealer so you don't get any weird lines or creases, and also helps blending whenever we go to put in that darker color. So that's what I'm doing right here, taking that small fluffy brush and adding a little bit of that darker color back in. And then you'll see me just blend and work that out. Go back in with the fluffy brush, clean everything up again. Here, when I'm doing this little like back and forth technique, I'm just barely touching my eye. And that has really helped me be able to blend that dark color into that lighter concealer transition color. So these are the lashes I'm using. Got these from Walmart. Duo lash glue, tweezers, and some little scissors are what I use for my tools. Here I'm just measuring out how much I need to trim off of this lash. Once I figure that out, I trim it off, and then I stick the two lashes together to see how much I need to trim off of the other lash. Next, I actually cut the lashes in half, and then I go in with the corner piece, the inner corner piece first, because that's the one that is always the hardest for me to get on. Cutting your lashes in half is really beneficial if you have smaller eyes, and it helps with lifting in the corners, and it also just helps with like an easier lash application. Just making sure everything is really blended together, no weird gaps or anything. As you can see, this technique, like, it makes your lashes look really natural. Going in right here with the finishing touches, I use my Mikayla highlighter on my brow bone on each side. Next, you'll see me take it into the inner corner of my eyes, right there. I'll also put it on the top of my lip, the tip of my nose, and the bridge of my nose. After it's applied, I just use my finger to kind of blend everything out. Here I'm highlighting my cheekbones. I use a small fluffy brush for this. I was using my NYX Lingerie lip gloss in a dark brown shade. This lip gloss goes on really smooth. It's not too sticky, and it's super affordable. I got mine at Ulta. Here we go with the finished look. Really hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope this was helpful for everyone. Thanks for watching.